All right, so for sake of time, does anybody have an adjective that they would like to throw out regarding the current catalog?
Bland.
Bland. Bland.
Homogeneous.
Bland, homogeneous. What else?
Organized.
Wordy.
I like it.
When you look at the ratio of words to pictures,
Okay.
and the others, the pictures are bigger,
Okay.
and this has more words.
More words. Is that good or bad? I'm getting.
I want
Yes,
to
both. in my
Yes.
opinion.
Okay. So help me understand that.
Okay.
So good
here's
or
the
bad?
basic craft.
Okay.
I think
This
this
has-
is busy. Do you know
I
it's
agree.
busy?
This is jumbled. It's
Uh-huh.
confusing. The font.
Too small.
And that's of the craft.
Yes.
Okay.
Font size is too small for.
On which one? On the craft?
On the craft, it's
Okay.
too small. This, I'm pleased with the font
It's easy to read.
size.
Okay, so it is.
Organization is good, but I totally agree. There's some really interesting and engaging photographs here that make me want to learn a little more about what's written here.
Like they show the people actually doing.
Yes.
And,
They
and
show a
ours kind of
combination.
tends to show product versus.
Finish, yes.
So you want to see people that are maybe engaged in what they're doing?
A little of both.
A little of
No,
both, so
no.
maybe a product and so maybe a little bit more photography associated. Okay, so I heard bland. Who said bland? Okay, Patty, what's your thought on bland?
It's, it doesn't pop out at me.
Okay,
It just all runs together.
okay.
So I really have to work.
Does it need to pop out at you?
If you want me
As
to.
an artist, yes.
Okay, as an artist, absolutely. Okay,
If the school wants to increase enrollment, yeah.
okay.
I would say
So,
that's true for the cover.
true for the cover?
Yes,
Okay,
if
help me
we want
understand that.
to, if we want to increase enrollment, if we
Okay.
want to gain attention,
Yeah.
which one
That's
gets
a
the
huge
attention?
difference.
Why?
It has color, it has more interesting graphics, the
Imagination.
layout's more dynamic.
If
The
these two
logo
come,
alone, if you look at the size of our logo,
There's a logo? Where?
thank you.
Is catalog not the logo?
No. Salted School, there's our logo.
if these two come in the same mail, you're gonna pick this one up and look at it.
So if they come in the mail together, you're gonna pick up the craft?
This is
first.
not the strongest cover I've seen
Okay.
for us. Still, if my dollars were going into the production of this catalog, there's no way I would put this whole thing in color. The Aramont catalog, oh, that's gorgeous. That's beautiful. It's slick. You believe those people have their act together, no doubt about it. If we had an extra $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 per session to put into the school, would I rather get a nice slick catalog in the mail that I'm going to throw away, or would I rather have an extra loom, an extra wheel, some extra torches, a decent dapping block set? Oh my goodness, how badly does that need to be replaced?
Now, how does it look on the website? I never looked at the website.
It looks very similar. The exact same images tend to be used from the catalog and
Well,
on
now,
the web.
that we could do without any money involved.
Yes, it's color.
And it is color.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
color
but
on the web. And
It's
the-
easy to navigate.
it is. Help me out.
Remember to
It's,
go look at it.
it's laid out by
At
by
the
departments,
column,
isn't it?
Yeah.
column on the left, and then you
Yes.
arrow over.
You definitely need to be able to register on the website.
Oh,
This affects.
So you definitely need to be able to, can you now register?
I don't think so.
No, you
No.
can't.
Registering's been a problem.
You
Help me
can.
understand that. I don't want to get involved in a whole lot about the registration.
I think that's a whole
Oh, she
other
took a class and
problem.
she's not even registered.
It's funny, I'm not on
Can
the
you
wrong
put pause
side.
on that?
And I think because a lot of classes are limited in number, so,
Mm.
I mean, you know,
It's a first
you can
come,
only
first served.
have 5 or 6 people, say, in a class, and I know there are ways that you can do that on a website, you know, they'll say, oh, that class is full, but
Mhm.
I guess that.
Okay, so now you can't register online. That's something we'd like to be able to see.
Yeah, I
Obviously,
mean,
some issues with registration. let's go back to some of the adjectives. I heard bland, I heard wordy, I heard, we need to do something with cover. What else? What
It
else?
is informative.
It is informative.
Actually, I'll say that one of my biggest qualms with Sawtooth right now is some of the descriptions of the classes.
Okay, help me understand that.
Sure. Many of the class descriptions, in my opinion, are not necessarily true to the class actually given. Some of the courses, especially workshops, I'd say this is more true of the workshops, there's just not enough detailed information about what's going to go on in the workshop, what will be covered, how it will be covered. I can think of actually the hand and hammer engraving, which I mentioned as one of the workshops I took. The Sawtooth description really wasn't, it didn't answer the questions I already had in my mind. But the website for the company that was putting on that workshop, I went there and then found out other workshops that they were doing, same exact workshop, just in different locations. And I bounced around a little bit, found a cultural arts center in California that was going to host this exact same workshop, and they had a fantastic write-up. It said exactly what was going to be covered in the workshop, the tools that would be shown in the workshop, the instruction that would be given. It was just a really good descriptor. I based my decision to take that class here off of the description of the class that was being done in California by the exact same group.
Would you have expected that in the catalog or online or?
Either or both. Our catalog tends, in the way I've read it, our catalog talks a little more about the experience you're going to have, and not necessarily exactly what's going to be covered or how it's going to be covered, tools.
Not as technical.
Exactly.
Let me play-
Technical people.
we
are technical.
I'm going to play devil's advocate, please, for this one. You guys are heavy users. What about someone who's coming in, I've never taken a class yet. I'm going to want to get some more detailed information. Is there still too much in there, or is there enough in there for somebody like me? Or do you guys need to see something different? You see where I'm going?
Oddly, the two classes that I would say I have the biggest issue with, there were workshops in a department that I'm not taking constant classes in. They were in the metals department. Not pointing, a finger at the metals department, but just saying those two happen to be in a group of classes I'm not active in. If it was ceramics, truthfully, for the classes in ceramics, I just skim the page and go, there's the night that I need to be here, and I don't look at details.
So you know what you want.
Exactly.
Okay, I see some of you shaking your head.
Workshops in ceramics, that's a different story. I'm really going to be reading the descriptor. I want to know what's going to be covered in that class.
What other adjectives? Anybody have anything else different?
I would say organized.
Organized? Okay, so organized, and you're saying that from a positive standpoint?
Yes.
Okay. Patty, you had something that you showed earlier that you hung up, and I said, hold that thought. Which catalog is that?
It's the craft
Catalog? Okay, what about
There were
that?
several others. It gives a spreadsheet that's the whole schedule. So at a
That's great.
glance,
I like that.
yeah, at a glance, you can see what's being given when. A tremendous addition to the
that's
catalog.
important too.
I will confess, I have signed up for 2 workshops that overlapped.
Okay.
One was,
Did you know that?
no.
Okay.
When I
You're
looked through the catalog, I went, oh, this is a workshop I'm dying to have. It happened to meet on 3 different Saturdays, I want to say.
And they didn't catch it in registration?
No. I caught it once I started entering that onto my calendar and went, oops. I'm gonna have
So
to
there's a
work.